Love it.
Yeah.
So we are live. Hi everyone, welcome.
Hi.
We got chit chatting backstage. So sorry we're a tad late, but
We were having fun without you.
Everybody go home. We're good.
but I'm super excited to have our guest here today, Gary Champion, and a lot of you know him already. But if you don't, please check his channel out and check him out. He's just really on the right side of history and on a pioneer for a lot of us as far as really energetically opening things up for the rest of us to come through without as much struggle and loss to do what we do.
I'm old, but I'm immature.
But yeah, you moved some energy. You were sharing that you had some losses to do what you do, and to work as a medium, a psychic medium, and do what you do in this healing. And a lot of us face this. A lot of the family here also kind of face in some of this belief and moving in this realm that people just don't agree with you, and so it's almost like they either love you or you're the devil.
The difference is I don't care. if you don't like me, don't watch me. Go someplace else. Don't come to my channel. Don't call me on the phone if you don't like me. You have to get that in this life, or people will hurt you with it. So I've learned just being different about it. People think you're great, and then people think you're terrible. Okay, I get it. I just don't want to hear about it.
Right.
So when
you can hate me, just don't tell me about it.
When you first stepped into this realm of things, being a medium and so forth, how did you know that it was going to push on people's belief systems, that you were like family and friends and stuff? Did you know that it was going to be lost?
I had no idea. When I was 6, my grandmother died. I was a foot away from her, and when her spirit left her body, I could see it, and then she drugged me into this. And so my family is all mediums and healers.
Okay.
And I don't have the ability to see that. I'm walking down the street, and there's this lady the other day lives up the street, and I stopped her and I said, "Have you been ill?" And she said, "Yeah." And I told her what I did, and talked to her grandmother, somebody who died of leukemia, and she was open to it immediately. Of course, if they're not, you just have to walk away. But I gave her a few messages, and I'm a healer, and I knew that she was suffering. She had a bad back and some other things. I said, give me a call. I'll come down and give you some energy. And and she's just a joy to see every day now. Her dog likes my dog. But I don't have that. I'm not going to say anything because I'm worried about what people will think. I don't care what people think. You have to get that. If you're going to do this for a living, you've got to have that.
Yes.
Because I have met many good mediums and readers of all kinds that are not in the business because their family disapproves or the people they run with disapprove. And I said, if you're going to work in this business, or if you can't get that level of I don't care, then stay out of this business because it will eat you alive. You will cry a lot. I spent the first couple of years in this crying. Every time I would do a show on the stage, I would come off crying. And it's the spiritual stuff was just so strong, it overwhelmed my sense of balance. And you just can't care. Because the good people get it. And other people.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I even think aside from this, it's important to not really worry about what other people think, with what you like to do and what you like to pursue. It's just
why would I care? Why would I care? Yeah. I don't know these people. All I'm trying to do is help. I'm just trying to help people. I don't care about the rest of it. If you don't need help, this isn't for you.
And I'm so grateful for that message, Gary. We have to keep reminding, at least I do, that message for all of the family here readers, and just
all of us readers are here to help.
Yeah.
All readers and healers. It's our tribe. It's our tribe. Healing, helping, we're together in this.
Yeah.
And you go to a show and you meet another reader and they're on the same page as you immediately. It's an instant sync thing that just works.
Yeah.
And people are attracted to me that need help. They come up and start crying about something. I give them a hug and tell them something, and they walk away on the street out here eating lunch or something. So you do it because you're supposed to do it, not because people care. And even if they don't appreciate it, I still do it anyway. So you take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
I'll make a living at this.
Yeah.
I've made a living for a long time doing that. What do I care? If you don't want help, don't call. These people in this chat room are on the same.
Oh, absolutely.
They're synced with you so well. They're here to help and to learn.
Yep.
If we don't teach other people,
there's always great support in there.
In my channel, it's the same thing. If it weren't for the people in the chat room, we wouldn't be doing healing. We wouldn't be doing readings. We wouldn't be doing any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're great support. And the thing that I like on my channel is someone will say something that's happened to them that's no good. And like 6 people jump in and make them feel good. It's like camaraderie. It's like camaraderie. I understand what you're going through. My father died last week, or blah blah blah.
Yep.
And they just join in there, and they become friends. They become chat friends, and they show up for the stuff I do and talk to each other.
Yep.
They're ignoring me. They're talking to each other.
Yeah, they have their own relationships in there.
They have their own thing going on, and that's what these channels are for. It's people helping people. People helping people.
And speaking of that, we do offer outside too. I created I know a lot of people aren't in Facebook, and that's fine. I just it's an opportunity for in between times where they can connect on this special private group web Facebook page. It's called The Way Showers. So, and they
somebody here is wanting to know what my channel is. Gary Champion Psychic Medium on YouTube. That's the name of it.
And I bet you someone will post it in a minute, so people can click on the link and follow if you're not on his channel right now.
Most people who are doing what we're doing they're super empathetic. And that's why it hurts to do this, that we have in us the compulsion to help other people. And yet when we get criticism, it hurts so bad. It just hurts us worse than some guy out here with no empathy. I mean, it doesn't hurt him at all. So you have to brave that to do this. You have to risk getting hurt to get anything in life. If you're going to love somebody, you're going to have to be prepared for some rejection. That's just the nature of it. If you're a loving human being, sometimes people reject you, and sometimes people love you to death. So it works both ways.
Thank you, Heather.
A lot of people here.
I think this is your channel YouTube link.
Oh.
So once you get to a certain amount, Gary, you can change this and just put your name in here, so it's not a bunch of little numbers.
Oh, I don't care. I'm just
it'll be easier to find.
I'm just here for the party.
Yes.
Yay.
Here for the party.
Just here to join in the spiritual give and take here.
Mm-hmm. She says, I have never worried about what people think. I just wasn't born with that gene. You're kind of the same way, Gary.
No, I cried a lot as a child. People would snub me and say terrible things to me, and still, even fairly recently, things happen, and you just have to say, okay, this isn't for you. I was trying to help in case you didn't notice.
Right.
You're going to default on your house in 2 weeks. I had an answer for you. And then I just walk away. Well, wait a minute, come back. No. Had your chance.
Mm-hmm.
I had a solution for that. And healing, I see people all the time that I can tell there's something wrong with them, and I'll offer free healings to people that can come here or live here or whatever.
Beautiful.
And I don't fear touching people. People, a lot of healers won't touch people. I've never had that problem. No one's ever complained. They feel the energy coming through the hand. Oh, that's good. That feels great. So,
yeah, I'm the same way. Healing.
It's another thing you got to risk. Mm-hmm. You got to risk something to help people, and their doors are shut a lot of times. They have a closed door, a closed heart, and you have to break through that sometimes. Or they just walk away and say, "Okay, I did the best I could."
Yep.
As long as I've done the best I can, I'm not upset by it. I gave it a shot. My wife said, that was bad. I gave it a shot. What can I say? So it's often she pulls me back from things, don't talk to that, don't do that. Well, my husband and I have to leave. We have to go somewhere. Because I'm not aware that I'm doing it. I go into a deep meditative state and I don't have any conscious memory of any of it. So she shakes me out of that periodically. I can't stop doing it. So it doesn't embarrass her because she doesn't know any of these people. I don't know them. She feels sorry for me, I think. But
yeah, it is. That is true. That's a true, I think, across the board. It's like it comes to a point where you can't not do this.
It's a compulsion. It's not like I have any choice. If someone says liver damage, and who is that?
In the chat or in the?
I don't know. Liver damage, and the prognosis is not good.
So if
and kidney, and a bad kidney too.
So anybody in the family, we do have a lot of people in the background too that won't speak up, Gary. But
if I can look at these people, I can read them. So that's why I'm not looking at them, because I get overloaded with stuff.
Oh yeah, with all the
all
stuff.
I have to do is look at text. I can read text.
Yeah, if they're not out in the open, there may be a lurker in there that you might be tapping into.
Yeah, well, I'm not. Yes, that happens a lot.
Well, as we move forward, again, usually right at the beginning, we do share prayer requests. So y'all can still share your prayer requests, and keep in mind that we will link together as a family over the. Hi, Chris.
Hi, lurkers.
Lurking. Throughout this next week, we will continue to link arms and hold space with these prayers. So go ahead and throw them in, so the whole family can see if you want to share. I also bring in the energy of those unspoken prayers that people are wanting but don't ask. But they want to ask, but they don't. Anyway, so go ahead and do that. But I want to go ahead and move right now into. Okay, so Catherine says, Gary, you sound like Kenny Rogers.
Oh no!
Islands in the stream.
Actually, he's from Texas.
Okay.
There's about 100 singers in Texas that are on the charts. I mean, they're very, very good. A lot of women singers, amazingly, from here that are just dynamite.
All right, I have
a fuzzy voice. I don't have a strong. I blew it out years ago singing, so I have a fuzzy voice. Doesn't come across as much.
A fuzzy voice.
Yeah, it's. I was a tenor. I used to sing in a lot of things.
So Chris is saying that that her son has stage 4 cancer, and that might be where you're tapping into.
He has fought a hard fight, and the chemicals aren't helping any. He's reduced his immune system to practically nothing. Why don't you try energy healer? Why don't you try an energy healer? Because they can put energy back in there.
Yeah.
They can boost the immune system, and he might. I hate to tell you this story, but we had somebody on our channel a couple of months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, and we joined and sent our energy to her, and her tumors are in remission, and she's bouncing back, and everything's good. Wow. And the energy can do strange things. Wow. Boost her immunity system. And I love this woman so much. She's so great. And I've had private chats with her and always call and send her some energy periodically. And so belief's a very strong thing.
Yes, it is.
You notice you can try and heal someone and it doesn't get, and they say, well, I knew it wouldn't work on me. You say, you idiot, you just ruined your own healing by saying it doesn't work on you. You got to believe.
You got to believe.
She's a worrier. She worries about not just him, but everybody.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move into this. We can ebb and flow. We're just going with the flow today, guys. But we do have a couple questions that came in that we can definitely take a look at here.
I don't even know what that is.
The Orange Insurrectionists in Chief.
I don't know any of that stuff. You're on your own, girls.
All right. Fire Devin Nunes for how crappy the social network is running. What is his future career prospects? Devin Nunes. Right. So
he's not going away.
Yeah.
Some kind of financial obligation they can't get out of, or just contributing. He bought his way into that job.
He sure did.
He paid his way in. Even though I don't know who he is, he paid his way in. And now they can't shake him. He's pretending to be somebody he's not. That's always bad.
I love, Gary, that you don't know who he is and you're describing him to a T.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the way to do it. There's like no
way to do it.
Completely unbiased read on that,
It's not me, it's my guides. And I know their names and they come and give me. I'm not intelligent at all. I'm not really important, I don't think, but I can hear voices. It's one thing I do pretty well. So I'm just repeating what they're saying.
I'm hearing this is a complete. It's like a dead end for him.
He has no place else to go.
Dead end.
All right.
And it's, go ahead, Lisa.
No, I mean, I got the 2 of Coins, which is a whole lot of indecision and stuff. And I got the 5 of Cups, which is a great loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's regretting his decisions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did get the 7 of Coins, which Gary kind of piggybacks off of you talking about the finances, the money and the investment behind it all.
He's not spiritually able to do this job. He's not suited for it.
Right. Exactly. And then my last card I have here is the 4 of Swords. And I think that goes along with not being suited for it. There's just a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for?
He's a wannabe.
Yeah.
Oh,
he aspires, but he doesn't have it. He has no heart.
Definitely posing, right?
He's pretending to be somebody he's not.
Yeah.
Poser. That's a good.
Yeah.
I like that word. He's a poser.
He's a poser, totally. Yeah, and he's shoved himself right into.
And he's a ham.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, She.
Thank you, She.
Yeah.
We all stand with Ukraine. Blessings to you.
My wife is Ukrainian.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So I've been hearing about this.
I bet you have. Yeah.
I've had to console her a lot and tell her about things that are going to happen in Ukraine. I don't want to talk about it here, probably, but there's a lot of we talk about it a lot.
That's all we've been doing on our channels is talk about it because we all are in the feeling of unrest, right? So
the feeling of stupidity.
Yeah.
How could you be that dumb? How could you be that dumb to
It's
attack a
also
country?
unnecessary.
Yeah.
There's like no reason for any of it. And I found out I work with someone who has a lot of family in the Ukraine, and
Somebody asked me a question. When I discovered my abilities when I was 6. My grandmother, not my family, my grandmother was my most favorite person in the world, and she could look at me and knew she knew what I was doing and thinking and everything. And I went down to visit her one summer for 2 weeks. I was 6 years old. And we were in bed eating a snack and giggling and talking. And she died. And as her spirit left her body, I got sucked into it. The next day, I was wandering around her house. Where are you? I could hear her talking to me, but I couldn't find her. So I thought she hadn't died because no one told me she had died. I was just put in another room, and then she wasn't there. But I could hear her, and I thought everybody could hear her. So I was asking questions. Where's Grandma? I can hear her. She's here somewhere. So that's and I got sucked into it. And as time goes on, I don't know if y'all know it, but mediums pick up new skills. That's the one I had. I could hear voices, and then I could talk to animals. And my newest one, I think, is reading text. I can read your texture and know what's going on, but I'm trying not to. But there's a lot of skills. I can touch things. I have psychometry.
The psychometry, yeah.
I can touch things and know who owned them and what about them, mostly about how they died and how they lived and who they were. So the skills, if you're a medium, that you go along, they can multiply.
Yes, I found that as well. And I encourage everybody that I love that you brought up psychometry. Please pick up something, you guys, and just allow that to flow in. It is a great way if you are if you're growing your mediumship abilities. Psychometry is a great way to really get that flowing.
It's also, if you have psychometry and you had a bad relationship, you want to dump everything that this person ever gave you.
Yes.
Jewelry, shirts, couches, anything. Because it carries the feeling of that person.
That makes a lot of sense.
Every time you see that picture of something, maybe he's not even in it, you go back to that moment of pain. So it's always inflicting itself on you.
Exactly.
No one will do that, though. Oh, I got to keep this ring. It's worth a lot of money. It's always inflicting pain.
Yep. All right. We're moving into the next question that Gary will say, I don't know who these people are, but we're going to give it a go. It's the best. I love it, Gary. All right.
These are great. Oh.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders was asked by her Democratic opponent if she condemns 45's comments calling Putin a genius. She wants to be the next governor of Arkansas. Will she get elected?
Well, her father was the governor of Arkansas, and that's what she's riding on.
She's riding on that. Okay.
I believe she falls short.
I am not feeling like she will, but let's see what's going on.
What we have now is a lot of Trump wannabes. They're just copying his crap. Oh, I'll be president if I do the same crap he did.
Yeah. Using his playbook, so to speak. But yeah, I also don't, I've always, even from the get-go, she's going to fall short. Yeah. I feel like she's sticking her, what I'm being shown is she's sticking her own foot in her mouth. So it's funny because she was, as the secretary of, she was the communications person in the White House, and they're showing me that her main challenge is her own foot in her mouth. So that's interesting.
Well, she's a naysayer.
I actually kind of feel like, surprisingly so, I kind of feel like she doesn't trust herself. I don't think she has a lot of confidence in her own abilities to be able to even hold that position. And I also got awakening, and I got the justice card. And I'm not sure how to feel about that. I don't know if that means that maybe with the turn of events, the way things are kind of happening right now in regards to the way the GOP is progressing and the Democrats are trying to kind of do their thing, if it's something that's kind of preventing her from feeling confident on that path too, with the awakening and with the way people may vote now for her. Like maybe, a while back, she would get more backing. I don't think she would get that now, like she would expect to get. And then I got the Hermit, and I got the Six of Swords. So this is a total sense of her kind of not getting that support. And as far as I think, will she get elected? I mean, I got the Six of Swords, and that's usually going to calmer waters, but I think she's destined to do something outside of politics.
I'm getting that she'll bow out.
I think she's going to do something completely different.
Someone said bowing out.
Yeah.
Bowing out. And
Bowing
that makes sense with the Six of Swords too, because that's a choice that she's making to leave and get out of this madness.
Yeah, I think she's going to do something completely different.
Politics is not good for anybody.
No. Why would you
want to do it?
Why would you want to do that? I always ask that question. Why would you want to do that?
They're going to be sticking cameras in places you don't want them to.
Right.
Every word you say is going to be taken down or recorded.
Oh, you're under the microscope all the time.
Why would you want that? Why would you want that?
Yeah. I also feel
Putin's not a genius, by the way. He's slightly below the level of moron.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you'd have to come up to be a moron.
But how do these people, Gary? How do these morons get so many people to do their bidding? And
Adolf did it.
I think it's all just manipulation and having
saying the right words at the right time. Make America great again. Oh, that's great. Let's make America. Right. He stole that. He stole that from Ronnie Reagan, and Ronnie Reagan stole it from Hitler. Hitler said those very same words. Let's make Germany great again.
If you can get support from the most bizarre class of people, usually that kind of pushes you along somehow.
It didn't help Adolf. He killed 100 million people and still died. Killed himself.
Well,
yeah.
Mussolini, they hung him by his heels and shot him in the head. Hirohito, or whatever the thing of Japan, he reduced to nothing.
But look at the pattern, though. I mean, it's going to backfire on Putin.
It always backfires when you're beating people up because you want something they have.
Yeah.
You get along with it for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. This morning during coffee time with Scott and Andrea live this morning, I was being shown literally him being walked to in front of a firing squad. And I don't always, I mean, it could be metaphor, but that's the way the energy is moving right now. So, it's going to backfire on him. Yes.
Already is.
Or
all of his money has been frozen in foreign countries. He can't sell his oil. The oil pipeline through the Ukraine's been canceled. I didn't mean to say through the Ukraine. It's Ukraine with no the. Sorry about that, Ukrainians.
Yeah.
But he's persona non grata in all the other countries in Europe, and they're broke.
Yeah.
The ruble's worth nothing. It has no value and doesn't translate to dollars or anything. But the Russians went to the bank to get all the dollars they could get, foreign currency, francs and Deutschmarks. They didn't want the ruble, and then they've run out. So
wow. Yeah, he may have been the richest person yesterday, but no longer today.
Oh, he'll die rich. He'll die rich.
Well, he just doesn't have access to it.
Right? But you can't take it with you.
Right. And you can't take it with you. Yeah.
Those bags of gold get heavy when they cross into the spirit world. They won't go. Oh, what's wrong here? I thought this was my money. No, you stole it from somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tina, for those great questions to start us off today. And we answered that one. And there we go. So will Zelensky be okay?
I think he will.
I
love that he's taking such a firm stance. He's like, look, everybody, I'm with you, and we are defending Ukraine and our people. And I think he's got his own level of protection around him. And I think that's very helpful for him. He does still need to be very cautious, however. But overall, I think Zelensky will be okay. I don't know how you all feel about it, but I feel like he will be.
I'm not sure. Oh, you mean the president of Ukraine?
Yeah, president of Ukraine. I did see.
He's standing tall. He's a comedian, but now he's standing tall.
He sure is, right? He's been a comedian. He's been on Dancing with the Stars
Well,
in
he's
Ukraine.
standing tall.
And he'll
survive it all.
He will survive. I do feel we're going to hear that a possible injury, but he will survive.
And he's got the right energy to make them feel like there is hope. He's really helping provide that basis of, there's light beyond this. And the teamwork thing, right?
No, I don't have that on my website.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't believe in it. I'm not entertaining. I'm trying to help.
I know, I am too.
And if it happens to be entertaining, that's okay.
That's awesome. I
can stand up in a court of law and read everybody one at a time. I can prove that I can do this. So I'm not entertaining.
That's good. Good for you. They just.
I would dress better if I were an entertainer.
YouTube wants to take us down.
Rhinestones.
Yeah. I have a flashy coat.
Yes, let's keep the prayers up. Yeah. Yeah, he's a true warrior.
This will make their country stronger. They pull together.
That teamwork thing is serious.
The one thing that's for sure, when you start getting attacked and blown up, you find out who all your friends are. You find out who your friends are.
There you go.
I want to show you guys the cards I have here.
Okay.
I do have the 3 of coins, and that's about collaboration. And I think that's a lot of the other countries surrounding and supporting, like Spain and I think even Switzerland, or I don't
Poland.
know. Yeah, Poland. Yeah, other countries are starting to say,
Poland's been attacked more than anybody in the world. They've been overrun by everybody, and they're supporting them.
Yep. They understand this. Yeah.
And I got the Tower, and I think this is just a reset for everybody. And it's really making everybody aware of what this issue is and how it affects everybody else. And it is everybody using this Tower moment to pull together and make things happen. But I did get the Moon, and that does make me feel like there's some underlying issues that Zelensky maybe needs to pay attention to and be aware of.
He's not listening to his own people right now.
Yeah, there's something that he's
blocking efforts. He's blocking efforts for people to do something really stupid, and that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
So they're wanting him to do something that's not very smart, and he's doing the right thing. He's not going to talk about it, but he's relying on his own inner strength to figure this out.
Here's my last one. I got the 4 of Wands. So that's kind of a happy ending card.
Those are nice cards.
Yeah. So I think there is a lot of good stuff ahead, guys. So we're just kind of getting through the Tower moment.
Getting through it. And yeah, Hilda, that's exactly right. That the reason people post in the chat for entertainment purposes only, and we say that is because YouTube has dinged us when we do these things. I don't know.
I've had videos taken down. And
You've had it.
yeah,
You're like, I don't care.
they delete them. No, I can always record them and leave certain words out, and then it goes on, or retitle it and it goes back on. They won't let you say it the way you want to say it, but
yeah,
there's sneaky ways. Just have to figure it out.
Is. I love it. Okay. There's another question coming in from Aspie. So if you see much justice for Trump, state and federal, could that be because he ends up facing justice in an international court? Perhaps.
I don't see that happening. He's got too many lawyers. He'll fight these things for years and years and years.
Offhand, I feel like
nobody in an international wants anything to do with him.
I feel like Trump's health is going to be something.
He has a bad heart. Somebody just yelled. Somebody just yelled other than me.
Something about his health is going to kind of supersede some of the legal stuff, is what I'm feeling. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I think we can really be looking into the middle of March. We're going to see some stuff with him.
I'm reading some of these posts over here.
Yeah, it's fun to get in with the family there and all the.
All right, I got more cards, guys.
Awesome.
Good.
I'm like the card meister tonight. Okay.
Yeah, so you are. Come on now.
All right, I did get Naked Man. Here we go again with exposure.
Yeah.
He's going to be exposed for something. This could be mental, physical, not so much just legal, but right, that kind of stuff. I did get self, and I got dragon. So hot air. We know he blows a lot of hot air, but with the self, a lot of attention being paid to just 45 himself. There's something to be focused upon that's just about 45 and not even just his connections and stuff with other people. And I think that might be the health thing. I got tears. That's a loss on his part that I'm feeling. And I got stereo and blood on the hands.
Blood on the hands.
I think there's a lot of new information coming out. I know we keep getting information all the time, but I think there's more coming. And a lot of, with the blood on his hands, this will be focused upon his interaction with other parties and his connections and his trail of poo, all that crap that we always talk about.
Yeah. Yep.
I believe he's undergone a colonoscopy lately that showed up some things.
There you go.
More poo.
Speaking of poo, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of, we get that card from him a lot.
We do get the poop card.
Yeah, a lot for him. So there you go.
I've heard, and I could be wrong, that his poo doesn't stink.
That's kind of what he says.
I guess. Whatever. Whatever.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, we have as soon as that clears, and it's about okay. So we do have, I'm just going to back you up. They do have
Rondaroo says hi, Gary.
Rondaroo.
No.
I like that name.
Okay, so we have secrets coming out about the snake. So and they're strong enough to really, so they can move forward. It's clearing the way to move forward and take real action. So I do feel that is coming into play. And it's always about money too. It always goes back to money. So
Greed.
that greed is going to take them down. But I do feel, again, that we're going to see something take place in the middle of March. I feel like this is, I mean, it could be on a federal level, this action, but we'll see. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Here's an interesting thing. I believe that Mr. Putin is under the influence of drugs.
You're not alone on that one.
And he's over-medicated himself in some way and done rash things.
Very impulsive.
Stupid.
All right.
No one thought he was going to do this. His own people that live with him, that work with him every day, they thought he was just bluffing. It's like Khrushchev taking out that shoe and beating it on the podium back in the 60s. It's nothing. Much ado about nothing. In this case, they're shooting bombs.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean,
this is the kind of stuff we saw back in the 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Everybody was shooting everybody.
Yeah.
What's the point? What's the point?
What is the point?
Ukraine is separated from Russia by 30 years. They have their own independent country. They vote their own people in to run things. It doesn't belong to you anymore. Actually, Ukraine is older than Russia. The country of Ukraine was established before Russia was.
Wow. Now that's a piece of information I didn't have.
They have churches there from the 4th century. So, come on. Who was there first?
Right.
Got to leave them alone. Got to leave them alone. They got their own thing going on.
And I'm hearing that, the Russian soldiers are like, I don't want to shoot.
They're surrendering. Some of them are.
There are a lot of, there's a lot of Russian unrest against Putin. You would almost assume that everybody in Russia is like, we're doing it.
No. Russians have relatives in Ukraine.
Russians, regardless of the fact that Putin is actually putting out there, if we find out you are protesting or rebelling against this cause, we will find you. And they're like, we don't give a shit. We're going to do what we want to do. I
heard a dirty word. They're gonna censor you.
Yeah.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
I've said that word lots of time. Sometimes it just takes one of those words to make it work right. Thank you, Lisa. We needed that word.
Glad to help.
That helps. That helps.
I love it.
Sometimes you just got to let it go. You see, you said the word poo. That was a bad one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Russian sanctions was stranglehold on the former buys. I don't know what that means.
First of all, hi Suzanne. Glad to see you here. And
is that former guys and not former buys? The former
guys. The former guys. Will Russia sanctions put a stranglehold on the former guy?
The United States
access to money.
Yeah, the United States has pointedly targeted individual oligarchs in Russia and frozen their money.
Right.
So, and they all invest here, and now they don't have it. So,
right.
Yes.
Thank you, Marie.
Thank you, Marie. Stranglehold. Yeah,
They can't travel either. They can't leave the country, and they don't have access to the money. And foreign banks, it's all been frozen. oligarchs. That's why he's in power. Sound like what we've got here. We've got a bunch of oligarchs. Oil people pay this, and the vote goes that way because you can run for governor if you've got more money in your war chest. We're ruled by oligarchs. So
yeah, I think that's going to put the fire under them too to do something about Putin as well.
They've got to do something.
Yeah. They're like, whoa, it's hitting us now. It's hitting our bank accounts. We need to.
We're okay with that, but now, yeah, I can't go to Vegas and gamble, which a lot of them do. They can't get out of the country. They don't have the money
or the transportation because it's
anybody that supports him is targeted by the United States and Great Britain so far.
Yeah. I do feel people are going to feel it here, the sanctions, who are connected to them as well. So I do feel that, yes, to answer your question, Suzanne, that he will feel this. The former guy will feel this. You have that connection there with the ring, and it's all going to come to light. But this sanction really, I feel, made a lot of people nervous here within the GOP, not just the former guy.
Yeah.
So Donald has made everything possible. Your biggest lie. Tell you your biggest lie. Cheat people, steal, rob them, coerce them, pay them off, and now this stuff's exploding around the world. They like this guy.
Yeah.
Here's some of what I got. I got the Knight, and I see this as the actual sanctions. This is like the strike on here. This is what we're putting restrictions on and stuff like that. But in regard to the former guy, I got weirdo. Let's say that's him. Just to make me happy, that's him, right? I got hole and graveyard. So yeah,
Did you draw that?
It's definitely going to affect him.
Did you draw those?
No, it's the deck of character. It's an actual.
Oh, I've not seen that.
It's like a big deck of cards.
Yeah.
I've not seen that. That's cute.
Yeah. Oh,
I love them. They're fun.
And my last two cards are, this is going to open the door for a lot of change. I got the repairman.
Ooh.
So I think this is going to open the door for a lot of change down the road. But down the road meaning it may take a little time because I got breath. And I think that's a lot of patience and stuff. So it's going to take a little time to see those changes.
So just breathe.
Yeah, just breathe, guys. Just breathe.
It's going to happen.
It will.
Someone asked specifically a question to Gary. Where did it go? So we get to sit this one out, Lisa. It's just to Gary.
All right, cool. I'm just chilling. Take it, Gary.
Nothing in Putin's future is good.
Yeah.
He has a heart attack, a stroke. He's suffering heart-lung issues right now, but he retires early. He doesn't stay in power till the end. The problem is that he's in control. Anybody that runs against him all of a sudden disappears. You just never see him again, or they end up drinking polonium. Someone's saying that history will not look kindly upon him. He's old KGB. KGB's been out since the 80s, but he's still there. And he's thinking he can reclaim the USSR, the Social Republic ended, and now it's just Russia. All those countries voted to be independent. and they've drifted away. So the power of his country is less. He wants them back. He started with Crimea. This is a reflection of World War II. Hitler started with one little country, Austria, and then they're mostly German anyway. They speak our language, and then one country after another. Nobody stopped him until it was really almost too late. This guy will keep eating land as long as no one opposes him. If someone stands up and gives him a bloody nose, he'll go home. He'll have to. The court of public opinion is not on his side. His own people say this is a bad idea. So, oh crap. Death and dismemberment. That's his future. Holy crap.
Yes.
He's not going to die. Someone's going to cut him up. So death and dismemberment.
That's what I was seeing earlier this morning when I was reading.
Really? You were seeing that this morning? Oh my gosh. If you'd have said something, I wouldn't have to say that.
That one to you.
That's kind of outrageous, isn't it? Death and dismemberment. Not just death, but they're going to whack him up.
It's almost like he's trying to go out in a blaze of glory, whatever this
There'll
is.
be no monuments to him. There'll be no monuments to him. They'll chop him up and bury him in places and tell no one where the body's buried. They don't want anybody worshiping him.
And
burning his ashes or something. They don't want any grave markers to this guy. They'll have some, but they won't last very long. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh no. What I heard from my guides while you were talking, Gary, he really resembles that guy, that is literally their big career was as a football player in high school, but now they're in their 50s and 60s and they're still living out that high school experience, but here. So that's the type of guy he is. He's so caught in that realm of the how Russia used to be and the
glory days.
Where he feels is the glory days. He's so caught in that realm, guys.
What makes it worse is he's a little man.
But now, yeah.
He's got the little man disease. He's got who was that? Emperor
Napoleon.
Napoleon. He's got the Napoleonic
complex.
I'm a little bitty guy. I want to win everything.
Yeah.
So on top of that, he's got that.
Yeah.
I like to talk about Putin flexing his little muscles and stuff. That's
he
likes to do. Yeah.
Does he? Oh, wait, that's right. There was a picture of him riding a horse to show everybody he was still in shape. He's a banty rooster. He likes to, show off.
Al Bundy.
Now he's getting his own people killed, and they're not enjoying it.
No, they are not.
Unprepared. They weren't prepared for this. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the world now.
Yeah, Indigo's asked this question before, I think.
Oh, did we already ask this question?
No, I saw it up somewhere, but I don't think anybody talked about it.
Oh, I star them. So they go into a starred section, a special section, so I can go back to. So whenever I see a question, I star it, and it goes in a lineup. It's very nice. Okay. Will the world now open their hearts to the other countries if needed?
Pull some cards, Lisa.
Huh?
Pull some cards.
I am. I'm going to use a different deck on this one. But cool. I am feeling a yes on this. I don't know if you all are, but
it's a slow process. It's an individual thing. Helping people, spirituality is an individual thing, I think.
The call of what I hear is the call of the consciousness. So if you are already in line with that, this is just another wind beneath your wings with this.
That's kind of going on now. Foreign countries, UK and America, have sent a lot of guns and ammo and stuff like that there. I know that's not a spiritual thing, but it's like we're in this together, because if he takes this country, what's gonna stop him from the next country? So these countries around here, where are we going to be next?
You're hitting on a couple of cards that I have here.
Yeah, so NATO is beefing up everything in case they say, so we're in this together.
We are in this together.
I got the 5 of Swords and I got the Emperor. And I think that a lot of these countries still have, I guess, don't we all, that sometimes there's an element of distrust about who's in power.
Yeah, he's got that bird about to peck him in the head. So
yeah, and I think that's what those 2 cards represent, right? But I do think that the current events have created a change in perspective. I got the Hangman. So there's a different way of looking at things.
Yes.
Different outlook, right?
We haven't seen this. We haven't seen this war crap like this for a long time.
You only read about this stuff. Now we're living it.
We've forgotten what it looked like.
We've
forgotten what it looked like.
Yes.
And now history classes in universities and high schools and junior highs across the country are now focused on this, talking about it.
That's right. And here are my last. These are good. I got 6 of Wands. I got Strength. So this is the Victory card and Strength. So I think this supports the yes on that. I do think that other countries are going to embrace this and understand how to help each other and come together and stuff. So
that's why NATO was formed. If you join NATO, someone attacks you, we attack them back.
Exactly.
Ukraine's not NATO. We don't have a pact with Ukraine. They're not. They're not NATO.
So
North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
I am also seeing harmony. Together we can. So yes, I do feel there is a coming together with this. It's almost like this is like one of those where you can't not come together type situations. Exploring all the shadows, addressing the shadows, and you know how we have our shadow selves. Again, we're all connected, and so we're addressing some of our shadow self as a collective. But yes, we can bring harmony, networking that together, and to create. We're empowering to change the narrative of the false narrative that we've all in this systemic system that has been in place for so long. So I feel that networking, that coming together, that life force will bring that stability as we change the narrative here. And the main conscious thing, and we're going to talk about this a little later, is that connection, that we are connected. And see, that's what we forget. We think we're just an island within ourselves. We are connected. And
yes,
remember, I am you. And so super important. But yeah, good question, Heather.
Here's the thing. For me, it's I don't want to see that guy getting beat up. Not because I might get beat up next, because it's simply unfair. It's what are your reasons? And they can't be because I want land and money. I don't want to see that guy get beat up.
Yes. No ulterior motive behind it. It's like, no, it's not right. So
yeah, this is unjust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it.
All right.
Unnecessary and unjust.
Yep.
All right. So, oops, we already did that one. Hide that one. This goes there. Okay, I think we did that one. And I think we spoke to this one a little bit, Atha, already about Putin's health stuff. So we already talked to that a little bit already.
It's a weak heart. He has a weak heart. It doesn't beat right. It's not steady. It's uneven. And there's something about one wall of his heart, one side of his heart is weak. And that's where the liver goes. Someone just said the liver goes with that guy, with the Putin.
Oh, okay. So that was the liver.
Yeah. You never know where you get that from if you have an open chat room.
Exactly. We come across that all the time, Gary. We'll be reading. It's like,
yeah,
who is that for? There's so many people here, especially when loved ones start coming through, and you're like, all right. Will China become emboldened and make some moves? We know they have nasty intentions. Will they? Okay, so how's China going to be reacting?
China's already cut off Russia's money from 2 of their banks. They can't deal with them anymore.
I see this happening. I see a strong arm pushing out. So
Very good.
He's already separating.
Because any loan that's made to Russia now is worthless. The ruble's worthless. So how are they going to pay you back? So no one wants to risk loaning money to them.
Yeah, regarding China, I got 2 cards here. I got the King of Pentacles and I got the World. So we're talking money, right?
China wants to dominate the world. Yeah. If Russia can help them do that, they'll include Russia, but Russia's their secondary interest.
Right. Yeah, China's got their eyes on larger things.
World domination.
Yeah, and that's where I think that comes from.
Yeah. If they can ally with Russia to help them, they're good with that. If they have to carry Russia around and pay all their bills, they're not interested in doing that.
Right.
They're not friends.
No, by far.
So
yeah, that's a good question. Look at this. Will China become emboldened and make same moves?
Yeah.
Similarly, you mean Taiwan? That's what you're talking about. Will China take over Taiwan? Now's a good time. This has happened before in history where Germany went through Europe, taking countries. So what did Italy do? They did the same thing, but they didn't do it until Germany did it, and it didn't help either one of them. They lost them anyway. But yeah, piggyback on the back of somebody else they've shown their intentions. I think Taiwan has had a whole fleet of Russian airplanes in their airspace this week. So one may embolden the other. I don't think it's time for that yet. I think Taiwan has a lot of friends. So I don't think he's intimidating. That's what he's doing.
Yep. I do feel like, China, they are a strong force here, but they are cutting off their communications or their connection with Russia right now. But as far as creating the same moves,
here's the thing. Russia thinks Ukraine is a part of Russia, and we shouldn't have let them walk away, and they've never been independent. All of that's a lie. Taiwan was at once a part of China too, and they want it back. They don't need it. So it's a strong man, save face thing.
Power move.
Power move.
Yeah.
I think they're going to kind of let that. I feel like they're letting it go right now. Because they're watching this play out, and they're like, maybe not, you know what I mean? If I'm just getting a sense they're watching this play out, and they're like,
they're going to wait and see.
I think they're waiting to see. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going well for that guy so far. So
yeah, they're watching this play out. They're like, maybe it's not a good idea.
Well, they can isolate themselves and lose billions and billions of dollars. That's what they can do.
Yeah, if they want that to happen.
If that's the way it plays out with Russia, which I think it will, then they won't want to do this. They won't want to follow down that road.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
These are what we call opportunists.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Opportunist. Exactly.
Opportunist. Oh, well, no one's looking. I'll just grab that.
All right.
And confusion there is profit.
Oh, you gotta have, yes.
And confusion there is profit.
Yes.
So they're watching all this over here. Maybe we'll just take this. That's
It's
what
that
they're
whole
thinking.
thing I always talk about, the whole distraction thing. Everything's distraction, confusion.
Look
It's
over there. Look over there.
Yes. Squirrel.
Yes. Squirrel.
I always say that.
Yes, that's a good one. I get squirreled a lot.
Hey, it happens.
Gary.
It happens.
Gary. All right. While we're in the area, might as well look at this one.
I don't know who this is.
So Alexei Navalny, he's the one that Putin poisoned, and now he almost died. And
Well, he's poisoned a lot of them. This guy came back, is what you're saying.
And he came back in.
Internal organs are not the same.
Oh, yeah. As far as his body, yeah,
He'll die early.
Yeah.
Massive coronary. He tried to do the right thing.
He sure did.
I think his wife saved him. If I'm not mistaken, his wife got him on a plane and got him back home to a hospital in the United States. She's from the United States.
Oh.
And she got him on a plane back here to the hospital, and they pumped him out, and he saved him. She saved him, his wife. That's a sharp cookie. She saw something going down. If I'm correct.
I do think his wife is a vocal outlet for him. Like, she speaks on behalf of him while he is unable to.
She's American, but she's very bright. She's very bright.
That's what I think.
She got him to Germany, yeah. So
did you look it up? Got him to Germany. Yeah, got him saved.
Yeah.
But you want a wife like that? I have one. She's Ukrainian, so.
So I'm gonna step out on this one, but I feel like he's gonna. There's his time in prison is coming to an end. I do feel he's going to be let go and able to go home
for health reasons. You don't want to hear that, but that's what it is.
Okay, it could be. It's good, but it is. There's the energy is moving more positively to get him home. I do feel he's going to be released.
He's no longer a threat, but he has followers.
Yeah, he sure does. And
he's a good guy.
The streets
he's
are
a good
full.
guy.
Yes.
And strangely enough, he loves the Beatles.
Really?
I don't know. Someone said that.
Oh, that's so funny. Yay. Yeah. That's great.
We've got to save that guy. He likes the Beatles.
I just have.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you guys go ahead.
No, it's all you.
I just did more of the little deck of characters stuff.
Oh yeah.
I got leap, and I got home. So I do think that
there you go.
He may be on his way home, which is like what you guys said. But on another note, I got claw and I got spatula. So even though there's still a trail of information, and he's still got things to say, guys. He's got things to talk about. And I know you all said that he's not a threat. He really, I guess he's not quite a threat anymore. But he does still have information. I got guitar, playing those strings. Maybe
he's gonna be singing.
Or is it the Beatles? I don't know. I want to hold your hand. I don't know. But I did get lounge chair too. So I do think that he has some comfort ahead for himself. He can finally reach a point where he can relax.
I believe he's going to publish a memoir.
He sure is.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that, Gary. You beat me to the punch.
Someplace other than his country.
He's got something to say.
Yeah, but it'll get distributed in the Western world and be subvertively gotten into Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. What time do we have? We have time for another question before we dive into our spiritual talk today. Let's see.
Kim Jong-un. And that's for Gary, so we can sit back, Debbie.
We're teaming.
He's
Here I
dying.
go again.
He's
Little
dying.
beverage.
He's dying.
He's dying.
Kim Jong-un is dying. He doesn't have much energy left. He's something of the brain. I'm not sure what it is. Something of the brain.
Some people feel that he's been
already gone.
He has intestinal
crazy
parasite.
coma. A lot of people think he's dead or has been in this crazy coma since a couple of years now.
No, he's around. He limits himself. He sleeps a lot. But he has intestinal parasites and something of the brain, maybe an aneurysm or something like that.
Interesting. Oh, intestinal and heart.
All fall down.
So a lot of people, this energy is really interesting, Hilda, in that some readers feel that he's already passed. Some people connect in. So it could be that his energy has been leaving for a long. Who knows how it all plays out and how we connect in here, and bring through the messages. But either way, I do feel that. I mean, Gary, this kind of backs up what you were getting with the snake there. That's total intestine disaster.
He has parasites that he can't seem to get rid of.
And then the
Western medicine would cure it. Herbs won't cure it.
And so you have that heart, and that represents all the, like you said, aneurysm and stuff like that. And, yeah. Unless you're picking up on mine. I have one too.
You have a what?
I have an aneurysm right in here. They're watching.
Where is the cancer?
It's a what?
Where is the cancer in your family? Is there a breast cancer?
Oh, my grandma, yeah.
She's here.
Yay, grandma.
Oh.
She's warning you that the gene for that is something you probably have as well.
Oh.
So you want to do your mammograms. And
my tatas know that full well. Having that, they're beat up from the amount of times I have to go in.
Protect the tatas.
Protect us, tatas. Ladies, get out there. Protect your tatas.
That's right.
you have a lot of time. This isn't your time. It's not your time. It's not your time. Strength of spirit will pull you through whatever. The energy is very good.
I love that. Yeah.
But you do have the gene for that. So.
Yes, I know that full well. Thank you.
Do you have a bad back?
Huh?
Do you have a bad back?
Yes.
Send you some energy for your bad back.
Yay.
Is it lower bad back?
No, I am on fire right now. My lower left sciatica back nerve right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
I can send you some energy on.
Thank you, Gary.
I may blank out for a while.
You don't want to stay in this body too long. You'll be like, whoa, too much going on there.
Your health overall is good. You just have little things.
Oh, I'm feeling the love too from the group here.
It's a lumbar thing or something. Your lower back pain is a lumbar nerve damage. So I don't know if something's pinching a nerve or something, but that's what it is. Yeah, it'd probably help with putting a heating pad on that.
Okay.
Relax. You're all tense right now because you're the leader of the gang here.
I'm the leader of the gang. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, not my exit, you guys. This is not my exit's not for a while. I've had plenty of opportunities and I chose not to.
You have plenty of time left. It's not your time.
No. I feel that too. I went through too much hell to get to today. So, and what I mean by today is, I mean, in general.
Are they trying to lower your blood pressure? Because of this, are they trying to lower your blood pressure?
I take aspirin for that. If you're connecting into blood pressure, you're connecting into my partner. She has high blood pressure. But yeah, they want to do surgery, and that's.
And where's the liver disease? Is that her? Or is that you?
That hasn't presented yet.
Okay.
But
it's a lot of love there.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
People out there, when you find love, hold on to it with both hands. Don't let it go.
Amen.
It's hard to find. And usually if you're looking for it, you never find it. But you get it, grab on with both hands. Because love's the only thing you've got that matters. The rest of it doesn't matter.
Amen. Thank you, everyone. I can feel the energy coming, the love towards me right now from the family here.
Well, there's healers. There's healers in your chat room over here.
Yeah, they're sending it right now, and I can feel you guys. Like I literally can feel it.
My hands are warm. I'm sending you what I've got.
Yeah. Wow. Sciatica pain is real. Seriously, John. It is.
Do you have one leg with sciatica?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You're maintaining.
The what?
You're maintaining. No matter what happens, you just keep going.
I just do. Oh, well, I feel like, oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing and kind.
Listen to them. Yeah, they're kind.
Wow. So I feel like we're going to go ahead and move right into our next. This was a good transition. And I love that Rhonda Rue wrote it out for us earlier. And this is what we're going to look at today, you guys together in our. So we're going to the couch now. This is what we call Gary going to the couch.
Thank you, Shay Kitty.
Gary's amazing. Yeah, you've had a lot of those. Gary's amazing. Yes.
I've been trying not to read those because I end up telling things I probably shouldn't.
So today we're talking about solidarity and literally how that is playing out, right? How that is presenting itself right now. But also, over the years, and Gary and Lisa, as we look back over centuries, there's been a lot of things that have brought us together in solidarity. And but it's almost like they're fleeting. So the question is, how can we maneuver in the energy consciously and consciously live in constant solidarity? What does that mean? And so forth. So that's kind of what I wanted to look at today. So you guys, and I look over here because I'm looking at the chat. Jump in on the topic today, solidarity and what that means. And how can we consciously live in that flow of solidarity with our human brothers and sisters. And I'm just being shown this card. I am you. I am you is part of that drawing together.
Yeah, when I think of solidarity, the main thing that jumps out is like common denominators. Common denominator. So take any group of people, and find that one common denominator. And I think that's the foundation for solidarity toward, whether it's a cause or just support for, it can be one individual or somebody in need.
Mm-hmm.
It's on so many different levels. It doesn't have to be on such a large scale. It could just be the tiniest thing, in your neighborhood, within your family, within your home. Solidarity. It's really coming together and providing that foundation of support to reach a greater goal is what I think of when I think of solidarity. And some other stuff, but
but yeah.
But I'll quit talking so y'all can talk. But I've got all kinds of stuff running in my head right now.
Well, get it out. We can listen to it.
Yeah, we're listening.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just it's solidarity makes me think of all the stuff that gets me kind of the goosey bumps and I get kind of weepy, and it's that underdog thing. It's that the teamwork factor, all those things. When you get 100 people that have the least in common, you find that one thing, and that's the thing that warms my heart when you get that element of solidarity, and it's powerful when it's when that intent is there, when those intentions are set, and it's invincible, and I love that.
Amen.
Yeah.
I have a story.
Please.
I don't know where this happened, but somebody got a building full of empathic people and began to think love. That was their only thought.
Oh.
And if some would get tired, the other ones would replace them. But they had this group of like 20 or 30 that were always going. And the police department reported 20% fewer deaths, accidents,
Wow.
murders. It all dropped 20%, 30%, just kept dropping. And as soon as they broke the group up, it went back to its original number.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it was Detroit, some city. So positive thought makes a difference. Makes a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, that is.
Now, all they had to do was think love.
So we could do that. Like us here together, the family here, we could be that group to create that change.
Because together we're stronger than we are apart.
Yeah.
It's just why you were feeling all their love and healing.
Yeah.
Your chat room's full of healers, and they want you to be better. They want your back and sciatica to go away.
They do.
So they're sending you their energy to make you feel better. And it has an immediate effect.
Thank you, Susan. I'll tell her.
Love's a very powerful thing.
So I want to take a little bit deeper. We're going to go a little bit deeper into the solidarity thing. So it's kind of like how to really, because again, we all can move in solidarity when something happens. We've seen it, 9/11, we see it on small scales on when football games would be a small scale of solidarity against, you know what I mean?
You're doing it right here.
We're doing it right here.
You're creating solidarity.
Correct. So the one way that we can look at this is it's a time of intention. So however you want to say that, is it prayer, whatever your language is, but prayer with when you think of others. And the reason I left that empathy one up there, and you started talking about empathy right away, literally it's instead of praying for someone, right? So this is just an example of how we can really grasp this solidarity and make it an intentional daily thing. Instead of praying for someone, we're praying with someone. So you're putting yourself in their situation. So if you're praying for someone, and let's say you guys were praying for me and my sciatica nerve, right? So you're stepping into that. You're understanding that you're the best you can. You're stepping in and praying with me in what I would be praying for in that. So you're literally that empathic, and you're taking it to a different level. Instead of for them, like instead of praying up here for people, you're literally right here in their circumstance. And that really brings in that kind of,
their empathy for you turned the energy on.
That's right.
And it flowed to you all through empathy. They care for you. We don't want to feel you hurting. We want to save the day. We want to make you feel better. So that turned on their energy, and it all flowed to you.
Exactly. And so this is the same exercise you did with me, you guys. It's the same thing as solidarity when you are wanting to come and help and unite with a people or a cause or like that. You come into it that way instead of this way. And so this is a way that you can practice solidarity. So literally, solidarity becomes an endless meeting of self, of other, and of transformative activity. So you see how that takes place? So I'm hoping instead of it being fleeting for us, that we can literally consciously live that way day to day. And I am you. So that's kind of where I'm taking, where the solidarity took me. Did you guys think of any other things you wanted to add here?
I was just listening.
I'm just.
I wasn't thinking. I was just listening.
So yeah.
You have a big heart.
So you guys, let's link together in solidarity for what's happening in Ukraine, and also for the people in Russia who are protesting. Let's link together with them. Again, you hear me saying with them instead of for them, right? So that little bit of a language shift is going to help that connection be stronger. And we do this united, just like Gary was saying. Literally, it will move the energy for positive change. Exactly, Deanne. So
yeah, sometimes it's all about connotations and context. It's just it propels it that much more forward by thinking of it along the lines of what you said, with instead of for. So
yes,
with that's the shift.
It's just one word. It's just one word, guys. With. Because that takes away that separation.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I could stay,
which is the whole element of solidarity. It's not distancing yourself from it. It's you're a part of it. You're a part of it. So although everything that's going on is miles away, we're all still a part of it, and we need to remember that.
Amen. And I think again, as the week goes on, you guys, as you talk to people or communicate with others. Watch your language and see how it changes. I'm going to pray with you on this instead of I'm going to pray for you. So just literally changing that one word in how you do intentions and ceremony, or however you do that. Just that one word again. Start saying, I'm going to pray with you. I'm going to, instead of for you. I hope that you can sense that change in yourself and that connectedness with people in your family and your loved ones and friends and so forth, that you'll see a powerful change and switch in how that energy exchange happens. So yay, John. So yes, Gary has a channel. Gary, do you want to share your channel information again?
Website is www.garychampion.com. My YouTube site is just Gary Champion Psychic Medium.
Gary Champion Psychic Medium is the channel, and he has all his information on there as well. If you want to find his exactly, Deanne, that's a great. Partnership source, and that serves all. Yeah. Thank you, Bonds. Anyways, Gary, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah.
And
it's been fun.
Yeah. And love and light to the family here. Again, you can reach out to each other in between, and you see us all week long. All of us are on our channels and reaching out. So there's always someone here for you. So don't feel like you have to go it alone. And I will be praying with you all this week. Blessings to you all, and thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Love you guys.